Charkie.
Cassidy.
The time has finally come. We're gonna finish this damn game, come hell or high water. That is my promise, my solemn vow to you, to the audience, to Laura.
Just visualize in your mind how it's gonna feel to hit that "You're a winner" button.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so primed. I'm so pumped. This was just to lead this off, this was a Patreon voted for game. We currently have a poll up on the Patreon for the next game, for what we'll long play next month. And there are a few choices on that one, but I will tell you that what's in the lead right now is sure to be a doozy if it happens to win. And I've been working on compatibility for it and making sure that I can actually run for the past few days, so it's something to look forward to, potentially, unless you decide to join the Bad Game Hall of Fame Patreon, maybe vote for something else besides Alone in the Dark 2008. So there are other choices. But, enough about that. We are going to finish this commitment. We're going to show these folk that when we start something at the Bad Game Hall of Fame, we finish it. Never mind the previous examples of games that I started streaming and never finished. This time, we're doing it.
Now we're finishing it.
Time to finish this fight. Switching over.
So I feel like a lot happened last time. We got to play as a new character.
Yeah, the coolest guy in the world. Curtis, I believe his name was.
Correct. I couldn't remember his name, so I was gonna give him I was gonna call him Curtis Stryker just to be like really dismissive of him. But I was like, oh, then I realized later, oh wait, Curtis is actually his name.
You were close. You were halfway there.
Just name a lame Mortal Kombat character. I'm halfway there.
Now, I realized that last episode we left off on, we crashed in the middle of a cutscene. Or, it should be more accurate. It's not the game crashing, it's my computer. I've been having some issues with it since the latest Windows update, so there's occasionally graphics driver stuff. I think that's mostly fixed, but I don't foresee this PCSX2 crashing anytime in the near future, but I could be wrong.
Alright, so is this save after the boss fight with the Proto-Nephilim?
Yes,
aka
it is.
Shakma the monkey?
Precisely. So as soon as we pull this lever, we should be treated to the cutscene that we could not watch the entirety of last time. That was a hard level there.
Sorry, I forgot where the floor is. Thanks for reminding me.
Thanks.
Glad you came back to save me, stranger.
Name's Curtis.
Lara. And this is business.
I owe you one.
You owe me a
You thought it was funny the way you really creepily, patted me down last time? Well, I'm gonna do you one better right now.
Here we go, honk honk.
Away from you.
personal reasons.
Eckhart plans to use all 5 obscure paintings to revive an ancient evil called the Sleeper and rebreed the Nephilim race.
Tale as old as time.
Collects alchemically transmuted elements from his murder victims' bodies.
I've seen him at work as the monster.
Tell me something I don't know.
The original black alchemist.
Also, that pistol that Laura's holding onto right now is not a pistol she has in her inventory. The only pistol we have is still that Luger.
You also never got to use the Krull there
No,
when you played as Curtis.
that would have been too fun.
There should be 3 Periapt shards.
Eckhart has the last one. If all 3 shards are united, they can destroy him permanently. So he keeps it safe.
Tell me about the shards.
They're ancient weapons of the Lux Veritatis. 2 of them were entrusted to my father.
He has 5 of them, by the way. So I just,
Eckhart murdered him and stopped.
according to the inventory.
I failed.
So Eckhart went after your
Can you
father.
tell your pet to shut the fuck up? We're trying to have a conversation.
We should work together.
He heard you.
You're trusting me?
Here. How can they be used to kill Eckhart?
He must be stabbed with all 3 shards.
We can divide the forces against us if we split up. You need the third
All
shard, so you
three
should
of
go
them.
after that.
1,
I'll find
2,
Charlie and destroy
2, 2, 3.
There's a shard in his old alchemy lab in the lower regions. I can find my way there.
The engraving shows the painting hidden in something called the Vault of Trophies. Here. The entrance is underwater. No problem.
Well, actually, my one weakness is I can't swim, so...
Get the engraving and the map. It doesn't matter. They have lost 2 men trying to open that gate.
Is that just a reaction
Where's
to the polys in the face, or?
Yeah, I was about to say, where'd your polygons go, my dude?
Make the preparations.
There's no danger she can destroy the last painting.
We won't allow her the opportunity.
He looks like Steampunk Drill.
You're a mine already. And then
Budget, $2 billion on reviving the Nephilim. Please help me fix this budget. Aquatic research area. You know, I just realized that swimming, we're gonna be swimming, aren't we?
Yep.
At least Laura's wearing her shorts this time. She's not just wearing the pants.
It says you must be extremely careful in this room. Because of that.
Oh, you don't say!
Yeah. The next sentence was, there are 2 machine guns that are activated by motion.
We'll lead with that next time!
I left the important part, which was be extremely careful. You weren't. So that's whose fault is that?
You know, that's fair. And guess what? I forgot to quick save after that cutscene, so we can skip the cutscene mercifully. We'll just...
Okay, good.
Tom Nook Yankees ask, how goes completely random strength generation simulator? I don't know, we're just starting it tonight. You know, it has every opportunity to impress us. I'm giving it to the last minute. It can pull something out.
I'm hoping at, like, the last level, like, every action you do just increases her strength. It just keeps going, like, I feel myself getting strong for everything, and, like, that's powering up for the final battle.
She's the strongest woman in the world.
Like Goku, like, charging Kaioken or something.
Yeah. I finally reached my final peak physical fitness form. BigBean.gov says, later, suckers, I say, revving up my weird steampunk blimp, it explodes and I'm dead on the floor after the smoke clears. Wait, I don't have a gun.
Yeah, why don't you have a gun?
Okay, up and down the D-pad, at least.
Alright.
There we go, now we have guns. It's probably because when they switched from Curtis to her, they unloaded whatever, like, you know, character model. You know, weapon on back is whatever variables were made to track that stuff. If I had to hazard a guess. Alright, so those machine guns. I have an idea what I could potentially do with them. Oh wait, no. They can shoot me all the way from there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, the next sentence. Do not climb down the ladder.
I
Don't
can't
do
jump
that
to the
either.
floor, I can't climb the ladder.
It says, turn to Lara's left in this room and drop over the edge.
I could have probably figured that one out eventually. Do I have to turn that valve? It's actually it helped me up the crates there, so.
My
And now
back
I'm-
feels stronger.
I did see there's a space for me to crawl underneath behind me, so could have potentially used that to avoid getting shot at all, but where's the fun in that? I know we're towards the last act of the game, so I can use these many healing items we have liberally, I would assume, I would hope.
Oh, you've got one final boss coming up.
And I assume the smoke obscures the sensors on those, yes. I mean, if the final boss is anything like the other bosses we faced so far, I'm not too worried.
That smoke reminds me. Have you seen anything about, and it's relevant to, I guess, our wheelhouse. Have you seen much of the new Walking Dead game, Destinies, that just came out?
I have not seen any gameplay of it. I know it's a game mill banger. And we just did the Stellar Stone stream, check it out, featuring Big Rigs Over the Road Racing in celebration of its 20th birthday, published by Game Mill, who also published the Skull Island game that everyone has been up in arms about recently, and, you know, for seemingly good reason. But,
and the new game they're up in arms about is the Walking Dead game. Alright, I will share one bit of gameplay, which is in the opening where you play is the scene where, like, Rick is sneaking out of trying to get out of the hospital.
Sure.
And it's trying to tutorialize you on stealth, and there's a mechanic where if you're crouching down in smoke, like, the zombies can't see you. And the way they do this is in the hospital corridor, there is just a square patch of smoke for no reason sitting next to a zombie. There's nothing on fire. There's no, like, broken pipe or anything. There's just free-floating smoke. And just use that. Sneak past it. I don't know. They only gave us 2 months to make this game. Fuck it.
Yeah, that seems to be the modus operandi. It is incredibly short production cycles. I'm looking at this camera. Am I supposed to be looking for a post-it note in here, or...?
Probably just... Crawl, that ladder, disables the guns.
Also, how is this a screen? Oh, I see. That box on top is supposed to be a screen.
I think that's just so you know in advance when you go in there that there are more motion sensor, like...
Yeah, okay.
Thingies.
That makes a sense.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do anything with the camera.
Turn and face. Well, they're shooting at something right now.
Oh, there's something in here, from here, that you need to be shooting at.
Okay.
I think from here. Is this where the security camera is?
Nothing but wall right now that she's aiming at and shooting at.
Where's it say? She will aim at some tanks, shoot them from way back, and the explosion will take out the thingies. So there's something next to those.
Yeah, there's one problem with the auto lock on aim, and it is that I'm trying to find a way to switch targets potentially. Whatever she wants to hit right now, she is aiming at it, boy howdy.
I mean, it does say here that she will aim at it herself.
Love this camera, by the way. This is a really good view of what I'm aiming at and what I'm shooting at.
I mean, that camera's what got this game 100 out of 100 from Maxim.
Yeah, reputed reviewers.
Okay, those tanks. I see the tanks now.
Yeah, I would love to shoot them right now.
Try and, like, just aim your body more at them without the gun out. Like, put the gun away and then just sort of face yourself at those tanks. Nope. Wow, she hates that wall. Okay, get closer to the tank, I guess.
I feel like
this is getting silly, but...
Great.
Oh.
So you have to just get, like, so close to the sentry guns that they realistically should be able to detect and shoot me. Try to play things cautious. It's just a waste of time. Going up. I thought this was an elevator.
You know, I was gonna get, like, the acapella Snake Eater stuff as soundboard things. But I was like, that's entirely dependent on us finding, like, way too tall ladders.
Well, you know, it's not like any other video games have ladders, so we wouldn't get any use of it down the line or anything, so it's...
I just meant for now. It was like, do I want to do this in the next day?
Well, you still have the falling sound effect, so I think we'll get plenty of mileage out of that. Video King says I'm still in the Dream Tomb Raider.
I was actually going to delete that one, but I forgot. So if you could fall at some point, then that would justify me not doing that.
Benefit to you. I'll try my best. Okay, so we zoomed in on this. It's important. Can't interact with it at all.
Nope.
Water levels? Is my assumption. Danger. Can't read. There's no legible text on that. Could the water be electrified? Could the water be, like, just acid? We don't know. We can't read the danger sign.
Electric.
I'm going to scan the perimeter of the room. Okay, so the platform above me that I can't jump up to, presumably. Oh, there is a ladder there dangling off it. You can barely tell because, you know, especially on, like, the actual resolution of a PS2. I guess you could be able to tell from the ladder on the ground.
Yes, I was about to say. It doesn't look like you can
Let's try
do that, though.
Not where the ladder is. We're so close. Like, you can see how close that comes. Her hands can basically reach it. She just jumped like a milli-inch higher.
You need to go find a valve and turn it, and she'll be like, my legs feel longer. Then you can reach.
Danger, no hedgehogs allowed, says Doseku. Thank you for the translation. It was really killing me not being able to read what was on there. Oh.
What
it won't open. She said it won't open. I couldn't tell. I mean, I could read it quick enough, but it skipped because I double-tapped X because it felt like it didn't work the first time, and then after delay it started playing, and then it skipped. Okay, we're up here now.
I've forgotten where we are. Like, Prague. Yes.
Yes, it's the Monstrum headquarters. It's like some shady warehouse that they happen to own.
A shady warehouse that is also a like plant place, which is also a biolab, which is also a sanitarium for some reason.
You know, like they have combination Pizza Huts and Taco Bells, so you know why not combination greenhouse / warehouse /
You know what I'm actually starting to think, Hal?
What?
I'm thinking that some of these levels are from when they had, like, other world locations, like other places in the world for Lara to go to, and they had to cut that for time, and they had to end the game in Prague. And they're like, well, we have all these other, like, set-piece locations. Let's just put them all in Prague.
Yeah, that's very likely. Condense all this stuff into one place. How do I climb back up? I did not want to climb down in the first place, but Laura decided... Okay, I had to go shimmy to the left a little bit. So I totally moved that thing onto a platform off of the elevator. I have not found a valve yet. Here I am.
I don't know if there is a valve.
There's gotta be. It's a water level. There's gonna be a valve in there somewhere.
Alright, let's...
See that elevator over there? Or not an elevator, like a thing you can use to get from side to side. I want to go into the water.
Alright, it says there's another one of those weird fish things in the water, so don't jump in there just yet.
I'm not worried about it. Okay, I should have been more worried about it.
Alright. First, run to the right of the screen. You'll see a pond of water behind a fence. Jump into the water there.
Okay. Yeah, these areas are cordoned off. Which means you'd have to trial and error your way into, like, all 4 of them. Alley-oop.
Alright, and they're... swim.
Yeah, I'll figure it out from here. Is this anything interactive? Sure is.
Oh, God, thank God. I thought it was only going to light up one of those.
my oxygen is still draining while she's...
Yes.
Alright, so I can assume the way to increase the other meter is on the other side. But before I do that, I want to see what's here on what's on the right-hand side of this. It's very wet. I see a valve. I cannot interact with the valve.
Can you be wet while you're underwater, or does the act of being wet have to be like being out of water?
I always took it to mean outside of water. But carrying the water with you from some other location. Final Gamer James says, oh god, this game is still going. Or
Yeah.
asked. Hopefully not for much longer. Trust me, I want to be rid of this game as much as anyone else here.
It's the November Patreon game. We should probably end it before November ends.
Yeah, that would be my
Hopefully,
plan.
at least.
We still gotta do the DVD game at a certain point. But I want some time between this and that. Okay, so that was just a way back up.
Right, I'm glad you said that, because I really thought you were going to do that tonight right after this.
No. Nuh-uh. Nah. Okay, so this is on the other side of the room, or at least I thought it was. It is apparently not.
No, this is...
We just loop back around.
Yes. Did you pull like some sort of switch or hit a lever or something while you were up there?
Okay, I see now why they had me going under there. I can't actually climb up this way. I went around in a full circle. We'll pop the right here. Resurface. And then head to the other side of the room.
Okay.
Video Game King
Right,
claiming...
you're probably gonna...
Oh, you go ahead.
You might want to move the bucket that's up on that crane now.
Okay. And if you could read Video Game King's theory in the chat.
The animators at Core Design borrowed that swimming animation from / modeled it after Super Mario 64, explaining why it feels so unlike how people might actually swim underwater.
I buy it.
I feel like I see this sort of, like, butterfly, underwater butterfly stroke in a lot of things. Not necessarily, like, just Super Mario 64 kind of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It looks like a more athletic kind of swim. Or more controlled kind of swim, you know, someone who knows what they're doing.
Like Laura, who we've established in this game is an expert at all things.
Unlike me, who would probably just be kind of like flailing arms around. Arms and legs and stuff.
I used to be an alright swimmer, before I had leg issues.
I mean, last time I swam was probably like 20 years ago, so I don't think I remember how to swim anymore.
It's
okay,
like riding a bike, they say.
Okay, you're gonna do something with that thing. Yeah, I don't think you can get in there.
Yeah, let's see. If it's glass, then I can't.
Yeah, it's definitely glass. So the fish is gonna...
Nah, it won't. It's observing something in the corner. See, I'm stealthing my way past the fish right now.
What about that lever down there, the one that says 1?
Well, nothing to it but to do it. Cannot interact.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass puzzle, isn't it?
Okay, let me see what it says. This is another one of those things where every time I read this guide, it feels like my eyes are crossing. Okay, you pull the switch and power is restored. Go back up to the elevator into the main area again. When Lara enters, a scene starts to show all the new things that work. Start by taking the stairs to the right. There's a crane up there with a bucket. Pull the bucket all the way back into the track and push a button next to it.
Now here's the problem. I don't think the power is fully back, or at least maybe it is on the right-hand side of the room. The cutscene wasn't showing what was working. It showed a single panel, didn't it? It just cut to this.
Alright, let me back up then. You in the room where you picked up the medkit. It says pick it up, push the button, go back through the door, follow the path back to the main room. The door on the opposite side of the room, straight across from Lara, is now open. Go over to it, follow the tunnel in this door to a yellow switch, push it and go in. In this room there's another yellow switch that lets you see a camera. Check the room, leave the camera, go to the other side, flip the switch. So I think there's a lot you did not do. No, other way.
Other way?
I think. Are you just going backwards now?
Looks like I'm
it's
going in a
loading-
goddamn loop.
I think it's loading the next area when you press the door. Like you're going into. I think what's happening is you're going into the exact same tunnel, but in a different map. Like it's loading a new map. So that door's gonna open now.
Okay.
Right. So go forward, because this is where you came in, right? That's where the medkit was, or am I wrong?
Yeah, it may have been on the other side, so we'll press this.
No, press the
Working
switch.
camera.
Right, camera. Okay, good. Perfect. Can absolutely tell what's going on.
Well, I've seen everything I need to see from that.
Yeah.
It's clear that
when you
Eckhart's
press-
responsible.
When you press the switch, you weren't going into the next room. You were deloading the map you're in and loading a new map.
But the camera angle made it look like I need to, like, run forward, so I was, like, stuck in a perpetual cycle of activating the same thing over and over again.
Okay, now go through that door, I think. Yes. Alright.
Going down. Alright, it's a room.
Alright.
Let me
time to figure it
stumble
out.
around for a minute.
Yep. That's what I was saying. Time to figure it out.
Okay. Nothing to interact with over here, nothing there. Yep, we're still only halfway powered up. Perhaps this will be the other half.
Go.
They put this here because they couldn't cut to the console in the other room because the other room is not currently loaded into memory.
Yep.
Alright, so now we have full power. Which I
Alright,
assume
now
means that things will work.
Yes, now I think you can go do the thing with the bucket.
So we came all this way here to press a singular button
Yes.
behind 3 different load screens. Hold on, I see that
Yeah,
whole
I
one.
saw... Yeah. I
Well,
don't think
it's-
it's anything.
Yeah, I suppose not.
Yep.
Seemed like a good clue.
I think it was just there so you could see Lara.
Alright, let's see
Alright,
where the
loading map.
camera goes. That was a double door a second ago, wasn't it?
No.
No, I'm just losing it. Yeah. Yeah.
This is like a Tony Hawk level intro.
Ba-da-boom, ba-ba-boom, ba-da-boom, ba-ba-boom. There's the secret tape. Again, I just gotta compliment what every lover or enjoyer of this game compliments, which is the soundtrack, which again is just magnifique. You know, they just really build that tension up. They really got their money's worth out of that orchestra. Shut up! Oh, we narrowly avoided that.
I hope to someday be the last person on Earth referencing that.
The toxic
'Cause I'm never
gossip
gonna
train.
Yeah, because I'm never going to stop finding that funny.
No, that's evergreen. That's still funny to me. So it's okay. Bucket's where it should be. Still, it remembered
No,
that.
it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yum.
No, it's not. See, that's where you got to put the bucket.
Oh, but I can't. Oh. Wait. Oh no,
Yeah, pull it all the way back.
stupid. Of all the stupid convoluted, it's.
There you go.
Laura couldn't have dragged it all the way. She's not strong enough.
Don't wanna.
I don't feel like it. Seems icky. It's so counterintuitive the way I'm still having to hold right on the analog stick as the camera changes. He's got to stick to it. It's like this is like tank controls, but it's not, because there's like some amount of steering, but then the camera changes and it goes from fixed camera to behind the back, and it's just, oh, what a mess. Whole thing, top to bottom.
Time to activate the gore chute.
Where do you think they get all the meat from? That random
Arby's.
viscera? Yeah, that's the roast beef. It's the only thing the Ichiosaur will eat, holding right on the analog stick still.
I feel stronger now.
Of course you do, Laura. Why wouldn't you?
Alright, what I'm curious about is, how does this fix anything?
I see what they're doing here. I'm pushing this down. We're going to send the elevator down.
Right.
It's going to put the viscera in the water, which means I can do things underwater, and the Ichiosaur will be eating out of this rather than eating us. Right? Something like that.
I understood that, but I was like, okay, what does this open up for you now?
Whatever's
like,
underwater,
these
whatever's
are-
in the main pen.
I didn't see anything. Look, maybe once we go down there, I'll see it. Also, how do you send it down?
Yeah. That is the question. I can take the stairs down.
It actually just says, push it back onto the crane. This will be a distraction. Okay. Is there another button somewhere you can press?
Oh, undoubtedly.
Send it down.
But because I ran off the edge there, I have to, try to not get got by the Ichiosaur for right now. Bandpunk saying, are you kidding me right now? Is this really happening? AOD. Yeah, it certainly is. I don't think the Ichiosaur is going to kill me. I think I'm going to somehow get away from this.
It's gonna cut back and your head will be like directly in its mouth. Nope.
Alright. We solved the shit out of that puzzle. We didn't even need to find the button to lower the chum in. Ah, well, maybe I spoke too soon.
I wonder if that whole thing is like skippable.
It very likely
Like-
is. I mean, you could very likely just, like, if the Ichiosaur is, like, stuck in a corner, not looking at you, you can probably just...
Alright, what? Client? God, I hate reading this guide.
It's okay, the next game we play will definitely have a much better guide written for it, right? Can't be any worse than the one we have on hand.
Climb the stairs here and go up the ladder at the top. Okay, you're going up at some point. You're gonna have to go up a ladder.
Okay. Is this it? Or is this where we literally just came from? Hard
I mean,
to
that's where you
tell.
came from earlier to... Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, there's gotta be a way to lower the platform. It's probably
good.
here.
From, like, slightly ahead in this paragraph, note, these pipes can be glitchy.
Oh, very good. 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've been there. How about this camera here? Is this going to be any different? Is this going to be... 2.
Alright.
This one ain't underwater. This one's on the surface for landlubbers like Laura.
You're eventually gonna find out if there's a number after 2.
Don't hold your breath. Okay. So...
Okay. Pay close attention to the locations of the doors marked 1 and 2. Go out the door and down the stairs. There are some pipes here. These are the aforementioned weird pipes.
Final Gamer James saying, oh, are these... Is it these pipes that were one of the reasons Eidos sent this game back 6 times because they kept breaking? Boy, we're in
not
for
aware
a
of that
treat if
story,
so.
but Well, you'll know if they break if you just stop climbing halfway up the second pipe. Nope, you made
Well,
it.
we always stop climbing. Laura always has, like, these transition animations, which take priority over whatever input you were previously holding. So,
No,
like,
I mean, you, like, stop climbing halfway up the pipe, and you have to, like, move yourself around, like, back down, and let go, and then press X to grab the pipe again.
I think we just barely made it. Okay. Let me investigate my surroundings first before I commit to pressing any buttons.
Oh, different pipes, apparently. They say it's not these pipes. I was thinking of, like, huge pipes you walk through or something.
There we go.
Now you have the meats, Mr. Fish.
So I was at a Thanksgiving party, as you are, and the subject of Arby's came up somehow, and you know, the old rumor that all their meat came in like slime form, and then they'd solidified and turned into their roast beef in their stores and whatnot.
I actually never heard of that.
Yeah, it's
rumor.
bullshit. It's misconstruing. The pink slime is what is like chicken paste, basically.
Chicken
It's like
nuggets, yeah.
Yeah. And so that got me on the subject of Jamie Oliver. And I was explaining to some family members, a captive audience, how Jamie Oliver used to do his stupid nugget experiments. Oh, hold on. This story is not for this guy's ears. Had to make sure. So, are you familiar with the Jamie Oliver nugget experiments?
Yes, although if you want to tell the folks,
Yeah, I probably should.
about it.
But I'm also trying to figure out if there's anything to actually do in this room beyond. Like, that's another Ichiosaur right there, to be sure. Is this room just flavor? Is this room just to show, like, yeah, they're studying these things? It doesn't look like there's anything else I can do in this room. Could be like some completely unintuitive thing where there's a panel that
if
doesn't
you
look like a
go
panel.
back outside, jump in the center pool.
Yeah, that's why I can just double back at this point. So anyway,
Pull it.
Jamie Oliver
Open.
is this.
I don't know.
I think we're fine. I think I mostly know what I need to do here. I gotta find that number 2 at some point, but
Yes.
So Jamie Oliver, for those of you who don't know, he's a British chef. He makes a lot of TV appearances. He's known for his fried rice at this point in time, and for not doing a very good job of it. But before that, he used to be like a huge personality on UK cooking, and he even had like a show that like followed his life for a while. As uninteresting as that is, there's a very funny moment where he burns toast trying to produce breakfast for the crew because he insists on flipping the toaster on its side, and then all the cheese and stuff he puts on the bread gets on the heating elements and causes like very nearly causes a fire. Great chef. Anyway, his nugget experiment. He's a big health food guy. He's big on healthy meals and home cooking, which, you know, isn't the end of the world, but he's one of those people who is like, any processed food is the devil. So he does this experiment where he'll take kids into a room and he'll show them, all right, here's how I prepare a fillet of chicken. And, you know, this is all natural, free-range chicken, like the kids give a shit. And then he's like, all right, so that's that. And now I'm going to prepare chicken nuggets, which I hear you kids like. So he gets the pink slime out, or like he'll break down like all the junk refuse of the chicken, turn it into the pink slime, form the patties, form the nuggets out of that, as it were. And then the end of the experiment is that he'll say, all right, who wants the chicken nuggets? And all the kids will be like, ew, no. And he's like, that's right, even a kid can tell that this is disgusting. So he takes this experiment on the road. He takes his little demonstration to North America. He's doing a special about school lunches, which, you know, are dire in the United States. But he does the whole rigmarole. He shows them the chicken fillet being prepared, and he shows them the chicken nuggets and every, like, grotesque step of it. And at the end, he says, all right, now who wants chicken nuggets? And all the kids immediately raise their hands. Because they're familiar with it. It's a comfortable, they don't give a shit how it's made. They just know that it tastes good. Right? And Jamie, like, is immediately like, I can't believe it. I've done this experiment 100 times, and kids have never picked it. There's something terribly wrong with America. Just, like, all this shit. And it's like, yeah, buddy, you're not wrong, but also, like, it is very nice to see you, this smug fuck, taking down a peg. And it's like a complete failure to understand the psychology of children. Which, you know, he claims to be for the children, but can't even,
I feel like also just a lot of foods that we eat, even things that he would probably consider like something like good and pure, is like you don't really want to know how it's made.
No, certainly not. Okay, door number 2 is open. We're gonna get to number 2 in just a minute. Okay. Yeah, no, like, food is gross. Like, it's, all across the board.
Like, not to get into it, and I won't, but, like, his alternative to, like, the processed chicken nuggets is, like, make real fried chicken. Like, man, like, the actual process of, like, getting meat from chicken, also pretty gross.
Yeah.
If you, like, break it down to every discrete step.
Are we gonna put on a swimsuit at the end of this water level? After we've done everything we can do in the water? Yeah, you could have put this at the beginning.
Now I won't feel so foolish. Anyway, time to leave this water behind.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, is this going to be the excuse for, like, not needing an oxygen? Never mind.
Nope, oxygen's still draining. We can see those feet, though. We can see those weirdly lumpy feet on Laura. No toes. Believe it or not, it's part of the aristocrat bloodline that he's a part of, apparently.
Those are actually, like, thigh-high boots.
Oh, I see.
Just kind of pinkish thigh-high boots.
Here I thought Laura was giving it away for free. It's,
Have you seen the new Danny Gonzalez video?
Not the latest one. Me and Charkie both fans of Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, personalities of that sort. No, I've not seen the latest Danny video.
So I won't give away too much, but I will say there's a scene where he's not wearing shoes or socks, he's barefooted, and like he blurs it out.
Hey, you gotta, I mean, when he opens up the OnlyFans. Okay, so we totally flip both those. Yeah, look at those feet! Those feet are not ready for prime time, in terms of, like, something that you should see on screen. She has fingers, why can't she have toes? Maybe that's her secret, maybe that's why she's so good at jumping and platforming.
That would actually make her extremely bad at it. Like, biologically.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Alright, so we totally activated those things. Boy, howdy, we activated the hell out of them. We flipped both those switches. And then we made that room fill up with water.
You know, I bet if we were going to VR chat and get like a Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness model, there would be extremely rendered feet.
Undoubtedly. So it occurs to me that we opened up those holes. Or did they both just combine to make this big hole here? Well, let's go this way.
I believe that's the case.
The vault
Level
of trophies.
transition.
Hooray!
We're so close.
She fell into the water. They had her spawn in a standing position. Alright, not there. Probably that way with more of the traps. But you know, I just gotta.
Stronger.
These would be her lungs in this case.
And she says that her lungs feel stronger, except by saying that all the oxygen leaves and the bar just drains immediately.
Well, I read there might be a solution to the oxygen problem. I think there's a way, like, there's a menu you can go into that resets the oxygen meter. I don't know which one it is. I'm stumbling in the dark here.
Would it be under... I have a wild guess.
Late on me.
Go back to video options.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
We'll test it later.
Yep.
Well, now I'm curious if it works.
Well, yeah, I am too.
Alright.
It
Once
might
we're a
also be
little
on the
ways
game
into
facts.
this.
I think it might be on the game FAQs.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with my guess first, but why don't we try it now? Since
I think it's save and load the game. That is what Video Game King chat is saying.
See, I was thinking if you go to video options and like screen position, that maybe it would load up a discrete screen position thing. Nah, it doesn't.
No.
Okay, never mind.
But I bet the load game trick would work if it came to it. No, let's just test it. Why not, right?
Sure.
Wait, no, that's the wrong save.
Whoops. Well, it's a good thing you saved.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. No oxygen meter at all. We're totally fine. It worked. I don't know why I saved it to the second slot. I'm not going to, like, come back at any point and pick up where Curtis left off.
Like, playing as Curtis was too fun. You don't want to, like, leave that level. Yep, okay, that did it.
Yep, that works. It's a good thing she changed into a swimsuit. She couldn't have done it without doing that. Not like she was swimming before. Oh, my notebook updated. But let's see if there's any air at the top of this room. She scribbled it down while she was...
You open it up and, like, just all the pages are water damaged. Maybe now's a good time to save and load. Especially if this makes a cutscene happen. Yep.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have tugged on that randomly.
Maybe you shouldn't have tugged on it randomly a second time.
Well, I'm setting it back. Or not.
Save and load.
I'll save in slot 1. Well, what was I thinking?
I wonder if this actually saves time. Like, if this room is just pull all these levers, but be sure to come up for air over and over again, and if this is, like, actually faster.
It can't be that much faster. This takes, like, 30 seconds, give or take. In emulation, which means that, you know, on real hardware it would be that much slower. So I'm sure there is, like, an oxygen source somewhere in this room that we should probably endeavor to find. Trying to figure out if there's a puzzle here. Yeah, okay, there totally is, because that one went backwards. So there is...
Okay, so check your notebook. I think that might actually...
The brothers reunited see the gates thrown open.
Okay.
Lara just immediately suffocates.
Was there oxygen back here? No, there's gotta be something here, right?
Well, I don't think that's going to open until you do the thing with the brothers.
Yeah. There has to be something in here, right? And so that players, like, have the time and opportunity to, like, figure out how this puzzle works. And have, like, the benefit of being able to go, like, up and down and, like, to revisit, to come back to it.
Swim up and forward above a picture that Lara can read. Push this wall out for another air room. So,
okay. No, we're good. Presumably.
You're not good.
Who says I'm not good? We have 9 more of those. Like, imagine trying to find that in a panic, though, as a player. To notice the discolored bricks on the wall on a CRT TV back in the day.
Maybe you should have gone for a little bit more air.
It's enough to trial and error this, then come back.
Was that it? Was that the answer?
That was not.
2 brothers?
They all have names. That's what I need to look into.
Okay, the names are...
No, don't tell me. Let me pick it up through context clues.
No, I mean, it's... yeah.
Brothers reunited, see the gates.
The guy just says, if you've been paying attention thus far, you'll know that what these two names are.
Yeah, let me see the names and see if any of them jog my memory. Gilhelm doesn't sound familiar at all.
I'm going to tell you, none of these are going to be familiar.
Vasili's slightly familiar. There have to be two that are Decomal? Bogomil? Lemu? Alright, that's the full suite of them.
So what two do you think they are?
Back down.
I'll give you a hint. Of all the ones you read, two of them were correct.
And they're gonna be the ones that are across from each other. That's what the puzzle has to be, right? Is Lemo one of them?
Lemo is one of them.
Yeah. Where did I hear that?
I don't know. I don't recognize that fucking name. I don't...
Oh, you know what?
I don't think... What?
Laura's notes. Last painting there. Vasily is a name. That's why I remembered Vasily.
Okay.
Matthias Vasily in Prague. Certainly have a lot of notes.
Well, I'm glad you misremembered that one name, because it was the right one.
Going all the way back. Yeah, so now we're into Werner's notes. Alright. Alchemic Magic, Lux Veritatis. Matthias Vasily in Prague has sent me 4. So Vasily is important. Light of Veritatis, Order of Warrior Monks.
You realize you solved the puzzle, now you're going back to double solve the puzzle.
Well, I want to see how a player would be able to solve this. Huh. Yeah, that's...
Anyway, you got one of them. Sally's the other one, so...
Is that going to be directly across?
I don't know, but I guess it's a good guess.
Yeah, whichever one is in the center, let's go opposite of it. No, that's Octatan. I-card.
It's behind you. You're going the wrong way now. I remember this order.
This is I-card?
No, it's not I-card. Keep going. It is Vasily. It's just, I remember where it is relative to those.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, I guess a player could figure out that it's Vasily, then trial and error all the other ones. If they didn't remember the name LaRue, which again, I don't know where I remember it from.
Okay, that opened. Did it look like something dropped down?
Well, these things
Besides
are dropping
those?
down.
Well, if there was something that dropped immediately down, you're not going to find it now, so...
It's good that they actually had Laura's breath hold for this. They didn't do it for any other cutscene, yeah, but... They knew, they just didn't know how to fix it across the board, they didn't think to. For safety. I'll get the air here, then I'll go up through the top. Nothing down there. I mean, there's a whole lot of rubble, but, you know, ultimately I don't think there's anything for us to find down there.
Let's say I hope this is the end of the level, but I'm looking at the guide.
Ooh, very sexy. Changing scene. I Chihuahua.
I was hoping she would be wearing like a tuxedo or something when you came back.
Yeah. Slip into something more comfortable.
Death trap coming up.
Oh, you mean that?
Yeah.
Oh no, another puzzle. Another platforming puzzle, presumably.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Get that splat sound ready.
Jeez.
Okay.
And
Okay. So obviously there's like some Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade Jehovah situation going on here, where there's only one true path forward here. No idea what would have like indicated, if there's any like hint to that.
let me see.
She jumped over
No,
one.
if there is, it just says. It tells you which ones to hop on.
Not that one.
Not that one.
How about this one on the far right? Was that the first one we did?
I'm going to go ahead and tell you no.
The question is, can I jump back? Well, the controls aren't adequate enough to jump back, so that solves that. Alright, which one haven't I tried?
That one. One you're looking at. Have fun.
Laura! Laura! Alley-oop. Hey. Wait a second, because it looked like a platform spontaneously appeared at a certain point. Yeah?
Yep.
This old trick. This old chestnut.
And then go forward.
Laura!
Cass, how would a speedrunner do it?
Well, you know you're not going to have a repeat of that. But since you asked, they do it like that. They would skip that fucking third one entirely. They would just jump for it.
And I have no idea what the answer for this one is. It's not that. That's not the answer.
You know, it's great because I hold the walk button. You can see in the bottom right corner. I tap that O button, and she decides whether to do a short jump or a long jump. And she always makes the wrong choice.
Oh, all of these platforms are safe. Okay.
Oh, hold on. These guys
These
again.
enemies don't die.
The dead don't die.
Although...
Don't stab me in the back.
No rush.
Good thing my strength increased, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to take that that direct blow from the sword.
I feel like I could take at least one overhead blow to the sword right now. By a sword now. Oh, yeah, I was right.
Laura, go faster.
No rush.
The first one went through, but then the cutscene ended. You saw what happened there.
Yes.
I don't need to laboriously explain it like I do everything else in the world. Laura, I'm holding forward. Laura! Laura! Jesus wept!
Hey, still alive.
I was like trying to hold forward to run, but she kept doing the side jump. Which was not what I needed in that situation, as it turns out. Alright, so that wall is exposed now.
And then you
The
can
bookcase,
climb that
yeah.
wall.
Oh, thank God we got the emergency
Yes.
bandages. Okay. This one is at least readable as a wall you could climb. More so than other surfaces. Zebras are saying, why are you calling her Laura? That's how I pronounce Laura. It's Lara, Lara.
I think the camp pronunciation is Lara.
Look, I pronounced Mario as Mario for like 30 years of my life. So, cut me some slack here on pronunciating names. Alley-oop.
I feel like if someone says Mario, then they need to also say Wario or they're being a hypocrite.
That's true. That's a really good point.
Because if you say Wario,
Oh.
then you're admitting that you're doing it wrong.
So, you know, I was going to try to jump to those banisters on the side, but I accidentally jumped and found, like...
You may want to refresh your
Yeah,
stamina.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to face forward so Laura doesn't have to do the lengthy turning animation. There we go. And go for it, Laura. Oh, she hit the edge, which means she had to do the stop animation, which took a precious, like, second.
Waluigi. Answer Billion King's question, how you pronounce Waluigi with that scheme.
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Which door did that open? Probably that one there.
That one?
Can I just jump down? It won't kill me. I'll take damage, but I don't care. I'm not
no
even.
damage.
Wait, no, is this the way we came?
Is it? Yes. This is the way we came. What if you could trick him off the ledge?
Oh, I could kick him off the ledge at the very least.
Alright, something opened.
Last obscure painting.
Jesus, okay. Alright, the fire died, I think. The
Oh,
fire
yeah,
sound
sure
effect
enough.
is still playing, but the fire died.
Can't catch me, skeletons. We all know that skeletons can't crouch. They would just all fall to bones. Fall to pieces.
Unless they never did it and just, like, take off some limbs to come after you.
That was an impressive dive, Laura. I can't climb back up to do it again. What a shame. Never did. That's a game we gotta play at some point.
It's a game I gotta play at some point.
You want to play that one?
Actually, well, I mean, I've never played it.
I've played
But now
like
that I think
5
about
minutes of it. I heard the Megadeth song at the very beginning of the game.
Isn't that game, like, entirely an escort mission, though? Yeah, maybe I don't need to play it.
So yeah, I have to play it at some point for stream,
Okay.
for the show.
Yeah.
It's a Rebellion banger, and you know, we gotta get through the entire Rebellion catalog at a certain point. That's a long-term goal of mine. Oxygen? Anywhere?
It's hidden in the save menu. Level transition?
No, this is just a load. Cutscene load.
Congratulations, Miss Croft. You are positively Amazonian. That Volt has defeated us for months.
Don't compare me to Bezos.
What do you want, Eckhart?
I'm not interested in you or your friend, Miss Croft. Give me the painting. May both of you.
I hate
What
that
choice
bun
do you
thing he's doing.
Why would she give him it? Who gives a shit about this dweeb?
Gunderson, release Boaz.
That was a really stupid play on Laura's part, I just gotta say.
Old colleague of mine was once...
Maybe she forgot what the paintings were for.
Shoot!
Not you, Muller, you useless piece of dross. You failed me too.
How did he fail him?
I don't know.
I think Boaz was the lady that got tossed into the pod.
Yes.
When it said, no, not the pod.
Now she is the pod.
Curtis, quick!
Here, take these two.
These are your speciality, Curtis.
Don't worry about ugly here. Go on.
Hey, didn't you say I need 3? I need 3, right?
Well, Eckhart has the last one.
Oh. He has 5, though.
Let's double check that.
Actually, how many does he have now?
Alright, so we have the Boran X items. We have 8 Periap shards.
So you had 5, you gave Laura 2, and you got
now
8.
we have 8. Good, he has healing items too.
Just... We were getting, like, held back in 2nd grade here.
Oh my god, did you see his torso? Did you see that little animation? Oh, that's precious. Hey, Charkie. I don't think this fight's gonna be much problem.
Did you find the strat?
I believe I have. Oh, that's adorable, though. It doesn't even do any damage. Or at least, like, barely does any damage.
Oh yeah, you gotta chop off the tail so you get a unique weapon.
What is to stop me from just walking right up?
That...
I'm hitting the head occasionally.
Yeah, is there like a specific weak point or anything?
I
Like,
think
you
it's the
would
face. I think it's her human head. But you can only hit it during certain animations.
Well, what I'm curious about is if, like, none of these other hits are doing damage. Also, what happens if you run out of ammo?
Only one way to find out. I did save at the beginning of the fight, so... I think there are other weak ones, because look, he's hitting... like that little pot on the side. I wonder if that...
So that's what I was thinking. Whoa, okay, well, that's why you don't go forward.
I suppose so. Let's see how many clips we have to work with. They do just call it ammo. 74. I think we'll be fine.
Well, no. Yeah. So you target the face, and that opens the flaps, and then you shoot inside the flaps.
Okay.
All right. So you've destroyed that one. So now you got to do the other ones.
Aim for the left flap, Curtis. You can absolutely hit it from this angle, Curtis. I'll hit the head again, just to make sure.
This does look like a low-rent Dark Souls boss.
There's another instant hit, another instant kill there from half health, but it wasn't the same as the previous one, which means they have multiple one-hit kill attacks, or the attacks that are like not doing damage sometimes do a lot of damage. Like that is the one-hit kill attack, but that totally didn't one-hit kill us that time. I wonder if like there's like a threshold where if you reach like half health, then every attack becomes a one-hit kill. See, because nothing happened in there.
You broke that one already.
Did I?
See, it's not glowy, and like the outer portion is like broken.
Then why is he still aiming at it?
Fun. Remembering the good times.
Again, it's cool that Laura doesn't have to do this fight. I mean, God forbid the protagonist of the game. It's like there's not like Lara Croft appears before the words Tomb Raider in the title of this game or anything.
I mean, this is narratively, this is the climax of Curtis' story.
See, it does a little bit of damage and it does all the damage. I think there's something wrong with the health. I think the health is showing the wrong value in the bar. Like, straight up, I think like halfway is actually 0. Alright, let's try to not get hit a bunch. Easier said than done. You know, it's hard to jump out of the way of attacks when there's a delay on jumping.
Alright, you're shooting at the wrong one again.
Yeah, I know. I would love to shoot the one on the left. But as we've established early in this very episode, the auto-aim just doesn't work. Yeah, see, he was shooting the legs there.
Yeah. Right, following up on a tip from Video Game King, checking out the Tomb Raider wiki on Curtis Trent here. Although receiving generally poor reviews from the gaming media, Angel of Darkness has inspired quite a number of fanfiction continuations and spin-offs, many focused around or including the character of Curtis Trent. Curtis has gained a number of fans, both male and female, since the release of Angel of Darkness. Most are members of the KTEB, or Curtis Trent Estrogen Brigade, an online Curtis fan club.
Sure.
Don't know why he's got an audience.
People really love this game. I think I just need to keep running while... Without my gun out either, because that changes the directionality. It makes so he just keeps tripping over himself. And once you get hit, you can't get back up, apparently.
Okay, now your health makes sense. Hey, Cash, remember you said you got this?
This would be easier to do in real fucking life than it would be to do in this video game. The control is such dog shit. Like, okay, I want to get into this later, but like for all like the things people say, I know the point we keep coming back to is that people who like say this game is actually the best Tomb Raider, people who adore this one, I just don't. They say the presentation, they say the narrative, they say whatever, but like, how do you get over just dog shit control? How do you get past that when it like prohibits everything in the game? When it's a franchise known for not its fluidity, but known for being like precision, and like not being able to choose what target you're shooting at a moment in time is a pretty major oversight.
People like Super Mario Bros. 1.
Can we presume that we broke a panel there?
Yes, you did.
We broke the one on the left, even though we're shooting the one on the right. Well, now we're stuck in this trap again.
What did you just shoot it from its ass?
It doesn't auto-aim anything.
From the other side.
When I get on this side, it shoots the legs.
Alright, does the guide say anything?
Because yeah, like
no, it just says
I get
press
what
square
needs...
to wait, what button shoots?
X.
Press square next time you pull the flaps up.
We'll let you know when I can. Curtis is not responding to any controls right now. He's not responding to shooting. He's not responding to... Holy shit. Jump! Get out of the way! Okay.
This one's for both of us.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can you see?
Oh, thank you.
Sour Pink Lemonade Ghost. What are you having?
More worker. That's square, by the way.
No. When the flaps are open and while you're shooting, hit square. It's target lock.
You can't move. Start jumping the second animation. Second I have frames that I can actually input on. And there it is.
Can she handle gymnastics? Alright. Alright, so according to this, if there's multiple targets and you hit square, you'll switch targets. If you're, like, currently, like, trying to hit something.
Okay. Shot one that I was actually aiming at.
So I think instead of, like, updating targets, it's just, like, defaulting to...
whatever is
like,
nearest.
the same No, not default. It defaults to the last target you were shooting at once those things open up, because it's dead, but it doesn't recognize it as being dead.
As a non-actor, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, imagine if there were, like, 4 discrete enemies in the room, and you kill one, and then you're still targeting the dead one.
Square worked, which is strange because it's a dodge key, and they haven't told us to switch targets. There hasn't been any need to switch targets up to this point in the game. We've not been assailed by multiple people at any moment in time. Alright, let me heal to be safe, even though I think we're 3/4 of the way there.
Yes.
Good thing I held onto this chocolate bar. Alright, so I need to stop them doing that animation, which requires shooting the center enough times to change their attack states. Okay.
Alright, congratulations on
Wait, that was it?
beating. Yeah, congratulations.
That wasn't so hard.
You beat phase 1.
Give me a break.
Boaz fly. Boaz returns. They made a new level just for this.
Alright, just shoot. That's it. The only thing it says is no strategy other than shoot it. I mean, avoid the attacks, but
What
also
attacks?
just shoot it. It'll figure it out eventually. Bye.
Deuces.
I'll miss you.
I won't. Good thing we don't need any of those periap shards or whatever.
Hi, did you glitch it? Because there's supposed to be a cutscene when she's dead.
Huh.
Do you knock her out of bounds? Now she's just gone.
Yeah, that would appear to be the case. Can I go out this way? No.
No.
Alright, we might be in trouble then.
There's enough room in this level for the both of us.
Well, one of us is gonna have to leave. Yeah, was it around here? Oh yeah, I can totally see her, like, legs sticking out.
Yeah. Well...
Oh,
Good
I
news,
pulled
you
my
killed
gun out
the-
and it transitioned the thing!
What happened?
Don't take mercy on this thing.
No, I'll let you live. I think you can be saved. Ah, fuck. I thought you'd learned your lesson.
What an idiot.
Why would you do that? Why would you show mercy? Why would you not be like, oh, I better I don't need to make sure this thing is going to get up and kill me.
I guess he's not coming back for the squeakquel. The lost
Penultimate
domain.
level. Penultimate level.
Oh, it's just like classic Tomb Raider began with her going down a hill. This game really is a continuation of the Tomb Raider franchise starring Lara Croft.
Yeah, her going downhill.
Yeah! Okay. I want to creep up to the edge, but not jump off the edge. I just want to take a look with my camera. Yeah? We could go that way, potentially. What about here?
Yes.
Okay. Save, quick save. I found my hole. Yeah!
My legs feel stronger.
Shut up, Laura.
I'm waiting for the next one to be like, I could kill God with my bare hands.
I can crush God between my legs now.
Speaking of killing God, you know what one of my favorite
Laura,
hobbies is?
no! Even when we win, we can't win. Doseku saying, I completely forgot about the multiplayer game. That was a top-down shooter. There was a couple of those, weren't there?
Yes, there are two. Guardians of Light and Temple of Osiris, I think.
That sounds right.
We talked about that in the second.
In one of the episodes.
Oh god. In one of the, I believe the second episode, we were talking about that because they had the DLC with Kane Lynch and Kane Raziel.
Oh yeah, I think that was first episode.
I was about to say though. Oh, I was saying, speaking of killing God. I've ever told you about one of my favorite little hobbies.
Killing God?
Just a thing to check in on every now and then.
Maybe I'll make that.
Again? Remember what I was saying? Like, I was hoping like the last couple levels would just be like that over and over again.
Yeah, I guess you were right. As per usual. Oh, that gate. We did not have enough time to do what we needed to do. I have to be quicker, better.
So what I like to do, every now and then, is I like to go on wish.com, and I like to look up truck horns. Because they're always trying to sell you, like, the loudest possible truck horn. And it's wish.com, so you can say whatever the fuck you want when you sell stuff. So for those of you who don't know, decibels work on a logarithmic scale. So it kind of goes up by quite a lot. Like, I think a normal talking voice is like something like 60 decibels, maybe. A lawnmower is like 100 or something, and a jet engine is like 140. I might be off on those numbers, but it goes up exponentially. When Mount Krakatoa erupted, that was about 300 decibels, and that had like damaging shockwaves like just miles and miles and miles out. If you go onto wish.com, you can find truck horns that are 5,000 decibels.
That is a truck horn. Might be false advertising.
That is a truck horn so loud it would rip apart every atom in the universe.
That's a good deal on Wish.com, though. Yeah.
I just love the idea of like, of like you can go online and you can buy these truck horns that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Well, she didn't jump that time. So I think what I need to do is not climb in this. Climbing takes too much time, but also the camera faces her in the wrong direction at the start, which is super cool. This one I think I need to... Maybe if I climb twice, it's fine. Or maybe she'll just hit it stomach first and then forget to put her arms out.
Final Gamer James says, wait till you find out CERN bought the truck horns to make the large honk-on collider.
My legs feel stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
Alright. I think we got it. Even with this climb. No! Come on! We can't sprint jump. So, like, shaving off that fraction of a second isn't a thing we can do. I just wish it faced the right way.
Feel stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
Here, I'll run to the edge of this platform if it lets me. Yep, still that. And like a second short. What are we missing here? Is it just do it better? Or is there like some... that step in that direction does not help. Wait, no, she does have a running jump. Since when? We tested that earlier and she didn't have it. But she told you...
It got better. I'm sorry, I just... I don't think you'll blame me if you, if I say that I just went to wish.com.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
They are selling a 2 million decibel air horn.
That'll wake the neighbors up.
My legs feel
Only 12 volts, though.
Laura! Oh, no. Oh, God. Charkie.
Oh, hey, your legs feel stronger every single time you do this, so...
Charkie, how much progress will we just lose?
What's your last hard save? Folks!
Have I mentioned recently that I despise this game? Guess we're doing that boss fight again.
Yeah. Maybe I regale the chat with more of my hobbies of looking up things on the internet.
Please do.
I guess we got 30 minutes to kill.
It'll go a little faster than that, I think. No, obviously that's on me for hitting the quick save button when I was trying to press the not quick save button when I was trying to press quick load instead, and my finger pressed the adjacent key. You wouldn't have that on real hardware, but also, you know, what a dog shit jumping puzzle, right? Like making you face the wrong direction, so you have to turn around to run in the direction, and it's timed. Come on. They had to have known what they were doing, and they had to be, like, assholes. You know, it's... So what's another hobby? What else do you have to share with the class right now?
So, another thing I like to do is like to go onto Etsy, and I like to look up magic spells that you can buy via Etsy. And I'm not going to disparage people who are into like magic and stuff. Like, you know, you do you. Your spiritualism is your thing. I'm maybe going to say I'm a little judgmental if you're out there buying or selling the most effective death spell, destroy your enemies forever, real death ritual, curse magic, karmic revenge spell, death black magic. Like, maybe don't do that.
She's back to doing the long jump again when she's supposed to do the short jump. Which I just think is neat.
Yep. Lord. Anyway, the thing with these death spells is, if you go to, like, the reviews for, you know, spell to kill and destroy someone, a lot of people are like, you know, great work, loved what I got, good customer service, worked wonders.
Great. So you have to presume that someone's dead in that situation.
Yeah.
So I just realized that you have to pull that lever first to get the bandages, because she can't pull on this without having done that first.
OMG, she's an amazing person, amazing to deal with. I'll come back, let y'all know if it manifests, but her communication was amazing and she made me feel cared for, like a good friend. Purchased item, the most effective death spell, destroy your enemies forever, real death ritual, curse magic, karmic revenge spell, death black magic.
Hey, no, she's just the gun dealer, you know. She doesn't kill them. She sells the tools, but people kill people, not the sellers.
It's just always repeated, like, kindest person I've ever met, like, so caring, so welcome and loving. Thank you so much for the spell to make my enemy's skin melt off.
Killed my boss. He had a wife and children. Worked great. Oh, right. A little to the right. No, a little to the left. There we go.
What? Person has helped me tremendously, and her work is 100 emoji. Some things have already manifested, and I have purchased several. More to come for the days ahead.
For this Christmas season, this holiday season, get your loved one the gift they'll remember for a lifetime. Kill them dead with a wish's spell.
Yeah, I bought some death spells on Etsy in bulk. Some of them already come in, so yeah. Again, implying that it worked.
Here we go. Wait, is this the painting? No, this is not the painting. Painting is somewhere else in this room. There it is. Alright, now the fire's out. Still gotta do the boss fight again. You know, was there any worry this episode wouldn't go 3 hours? That, you know, for this last one, that we only had enough game left for like 2 hours or what have you?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be done with this by almost now. But, you know,
Not
things
quite.
happen.
Well, now we can really, like, appreciate it. We can go over the details of this section of the game with a fine-tooth comb. There are fish here. That's kind of neat. There's an ecosystem down here.
So many of the spells that people are selling on Etsy are just like murder someone.
You know, speak to the most base human emotions. Back down we go.
You would think the few block magic ability spells would be like more expensive for the market. Like, do you think there'd be a lot of demand for that?
You also think there'd be a lot more dead people with, like, completely mysterious circumstances surrounding their deaths. If everyone was just dying due to magic all the time. Yeah, been
Also,
here, done that.
I think the greatest evil here is that a lot of the thumbnails for these are, like, obviously AI art.
Yeah, that's clearly that's the morally repugnant, the most morally repugnant thing here. Alright, is there one broken? I think I realized why we're breaking ones on the wrong side. I think Curtis shoots through to break them.
He's just aiming at whatever. Gain superhero powers. Time travel, telekinesis, flight, mind control, astral levitation. So basically the Curtis package.
They call the Curtis special.
Yeah. $85. 28 reviews for this item. All 5 out of 5.
Can't beat
So
that.
there are 28 people out there right now with superpowers, and we just don't know.
They walk among us.
I'm sorry, there's one star.
What did they have to say? What didn't work about it?
That the buyer didn't respond.
How dare
I'm
she?
sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. The person who the I knew something was wrong when I read it out like that. The person who left the 1-star review said, "This woman's a thief. I never had my spell work. You've been warned." And then there's a paragraph-long response saying the buyer didn't respond. Slanderous. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all this.
But so there's drama in the Wish Magic Marketplace.
Yes. Okay. Of the 28 reviews for the spell to give you superhero powers like time travel, telekinesis, flight, mind control, and astral levitation, it's 27 5 stars, 1 star. So all in all, good choice if you want to get superpowers.
Laura. Guess what we're back to? Laura refusing to do the jump that would actually help her progress through the game. My favorite part of the game, really. I'm in walk mode. There's her walking. And long jump. The exact jump we don't want to do. If I just tap circle, she goes like that. Straight up in the air. You know what? Hold on. This is so stupid it's gonna work. Amazingly, it didn't. I thought I could just grab onto the bridge and... Maybe I didn't try hard enough. No. Maybe if I just do a running jump from here to there, and I can bypass this entirely... How did that work? And why did she do a swan dive? Why did she go head first and... Hold on. She finds new ways to surprise me every time, Charkie. With her incompetence, with her ineptitude. I think I can run across... Wait, no, it doesn't work. I think I ran across, like, running over a gap in Mario at first. Now I can't even get her to look the right way, Laura! Thank you.
For only $35, you can make a pact with Jesus Christ.
That's all it takes these days.
I'm pretty sure Martin Luther would have a problem with that.
We are very nearly caught up, Charkie.
Yes. I'm trying to find a spell that's going to help us.
Benito game.
Magic spell stream.
Oh boy.
No. I'm just curious if there's any, like, hyper-focused
My legs
things.
feel stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
She made the first one.
Actually, someone's selling an animated Twitch stream package for, like, magic themed, and it's purple. Actually, this is
Legs feel
good.
stronger. Maybe I'll make
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what we need.
I'm seeing a recommendation to hard save. That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
God, this... The camera could not be any less convenient. They could not be any meaner about the way the camera is positioned as soon as you pull this lever. Because, like, even if she's facing the right way, she's not facing the right way. So you try to just hold forward to jump, and it...
My legs
I have to waste a second here. Precious sec... Laura. Why would you, like, dive into it? I guess that's where the swan dive is. The famous Lara Croft swan dive is the running jump.
My legs feel stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
Ugh. The amount of course correction you need to do, like how specific. Oh, you can actually see her in the distance. You can actually move. So maybe they're expecting you to use like those 2 pixels.
Stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
And delayed jump gets me again. Yeah. So look in the distance here as the door is opening. You can just barely see her in the background. So yeah, facing the wall there.
Hey, I think you can turn while that's happening.
Yeah, I was trying that, but it's just... You don't know what direction goes in which direction because it's a fixed camera, and, like, where are you controlling relative? This is me holding down.
Stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
It's okay, so don't do that.
I was about to say I found a scam on Etsy.
Oh no, perish the thought.
You know, of all the stuff I was looking up.
Stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
$32 for a custom VTuber model. I was like, that's got to be a scam.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but no, I look at it.
It's just very prefab.
If you want it,
yeah.
No, if you want it rigged, that's $162.
My legs feel stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
Anyway, again, the magic stuff, that was fine.
Yeah, no.
But $32 for a VTuber model,
that's a bridge too far.
Yeah.
My legs feel stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
God!
As soon as you get out of this room, I'll get off of Etsy.
I can't believe how fucking bad this is. Just like the most...
My legs
Again, like, easier to do this in real life than it is to do it in this game. They managed to make controls so unintuitive that, like, this is the most basically... I know what needs to be done. I know all the steps that need to be done. It is just, like, the fractions of an angle
Maybe I'll make that jump.
with the analog stick that are determining life and death. And I just don't have that level of precision with the analog stick. So is that on me? Or is this just as bad as I think it is?
My legs feel stronger.
According to the Terminator community, I'm the crazy one. So...
Maybe I could buy you one of these Etsy Lara Croft figurines to commemorate our memories of this game.
Can you read the comment from Final Gamer James?
Stronger. Maybe I'll make that.
The Swan Dive is usually R1 in jump in older games. It's mostly a fancy way to dive into water, but gives you an extra roll if you land on a safe surface.
Yeah, it's R2 in jump in this. But only occasionally, when it feels like that's what it wants to do for that input. This is a crime that this game came out in the state it came out in. And then again, I don't know, like, when the fundamentals of control are this bad, that's not a content issue, you know? There's a lot of things you can forgive due to time and budget, but when the very fundamentals of controlling Lara Croft are so busted...
My legs feel stronger. Maybe I'll make that jump.
She decided to dive that time. All I was doing was holding down R2, the sprint button, and also the look button.
Cass, I think you need to calm down. And I think I know what's going to help you calm down.
My legs feel stronger. Maybe I'll make
It's
that
this
jump.
smells like Lara Croft candle on Etsy. 9-ounce candle, 100% soy wax. Vegan candle. Thank you.
Hard save.
What do you think Lara Croft smells like?
Death.
If you... By death you mean white sage and lavender, yes.
I was close.
That is what she perpetually smells like.
Can I just turn back? Can we just...
And stream something else?
Yeah, I guess that would be the equivalent.
Right. You did get to a new room, so I will get off of Etsy. Unless you think this is what's going to hold the show together tonight.
No, let's give this the old Scouts try.
Alright.
Scouts best. I'm holding up on the analog stick. It's that thing where when animation plays out, then it doesn't give a shit if you're holding up, doesn't give a shit if you're holding down. You're just like waiting for inputs. Mashing the X button. Is this a fake ladder? Like, what is happening here?
Wait, let me check the guide. It says something about fake ladders.
I
was
stepped
excited
backwards from it. There we go.
The guide is one paragraph for this entire level. I was like, oh, we'll be in and out. Ladder, climb up, climb the next ladder. You're like so close to the end of the level. Ooh.
Well, whatever's up there, we're never gonna find out. Oh, there's a lever up there, so I need to get up there. So we failed. We've already failed the puzzle here. Delayed jump.
Climb the next ladder, jump, broken bridge, slide down, jump to a fenced area nearby and pull the switch. Yes.
I would love to. But, see, the problem is, the camera is fixed here. I can go into the first person... No? Okay, we managed it on the third try. But, like, the trajectory you go down on the ramp, and trying to, like, actually line it up with the platform in front of you... Don't tell me there's a second lever I need to pull.
I do not believe so. It says, pull the switch, drop down to the ledge below, run and jump to the staircase and approach the door. Okay, after the stream is over, by the way, let me know what size shirt you want for this Angel of Darkness shirt I'm going to send you.
I survived Angel of Darkness and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. That's actually the shirt that was the commemorative for the dev team who had to work on this. Yeah. I survived Angel of Darkness. It doesn't look like the door opens in this cutscene. Oh, the flames stop. The flames on the thing go away. Which I guess means the door works. Pretty sick.
Was there a... last level.
This is it?
This is the last level.
What a ride. What a journey. I hated every second of it.
And that was the last level.
Alright, I didn't hate that.
It ends on a bit of a sour note, but you know they ran out of time. They ran out of resources.
All right. God damn delayed reactions.
I just learned. I'm going to close all these windows, but I just learned there's a Game Boy Color game for Tomb Raider.
Yeah, there is. It's not very good. One of those, like, you know, platformer type feels. 2D platformers. Alright. Alright, let's see what we're doing wrong here. Maybe don't land on the platform. Find some... No, that can't be it. There's not enough space there. It has to be something with the platform. And then, like, drop down?
Oh, don't do that.
No,
no,
Laura,
no, nope,
please,
censor.
More modest. Please be more modest, Laura.
We're gonna have to take down the VOD.
Jeez Louise. How did that not kill me? How did that spike miss?
Because it hit your legs. Oh, hey. Shit.
You know, that probably wasn't the way we were supposed to solve that, but I will take it.
I was about to say, it hit your legs, and your legs got so strong in the previous level that they're invincible now. Okay, Dr. Frankenstein, yes. What's up in here?
There's a skull and gold. He's doing every type of experiment. Luckily, this is a very safe lab, though. He keeps a medkit underneath the broken OSHA violation over here.
I was hoping that was going to be, like, another piece of treasure you could sell. Like, just bring that back at the end of the game.
Is that the last Periat shard, or whatever? It looks different than the other ones.
Unceremoniously just, like, dumped right there. Maybe check your inventory, because that does look completely different.
Yeah, let's find out. Let's see what we have here. Let's take stock of all the shit that Lara's been carrying around. Gold watch, the gym trainer's prized possession.
Which
this
you just
crowbar.
took for no good reason.
Yep. Jackal walking stick. That's Von Croy's walking stick. Vintage cognac, 2 bottles. This antique record. A wad of passports that we never got to deliver to that one guy. Absolutely no use to us. The person who gave us this mission died. So really, nothing. No reason to hold on to that. Some contact information, code, map of sewers around the Louvre, security passes we're still holding on to. Combined claw hammer. Hammerhead and shaft combined. So that implies that it was broken.
Which you would normally just call that a hammer.
So obviously in some previous iteration of the game, you're meant to assemble these, and they forgot to change the description to map the fact that you don't do that anymore. Keys, symbols, key cards, alchemic file.
Ah, okay.
And there's the Period shards, the 2 of them that we have. Alchemically purified oxygen.
But how much of this inventory brings you joy?
Hey, toss it. You're right. Scrap it all. I wanted to see if I could push these crates and get stronger, but that is not what they're there for. What are they there for? Who knows?
Don't get greedy. You're strong enough. Let me check the guide. When I was closing all the windows, because I said, like, okay, I'm done doing stuff, now that we're moving on, I accidentally closed the guide, too.
I want to swan dive into this open hole. I keep fucking it up. Oh, this is the climb. Huh?
Huh.
I can't go down, I can't go left, I can't go right. I can drop off.
Oh, good thing there was water down there.
Maybe not so good.
Oh.
What happens if I just drop into it? Is this instant kill water? Yeah.
Okay.
So the water's no good.
You know, the instant kill part of the pool.
It's alchemically purified water. So we fill a file with that.
Oh, apparently it's boiling water. That's why you're dying.
Ah. I can tell because of all the steam coming off of it. And the bubbling sounds.
Pull the ring.
Want that medkit, even though I absolutely don't need it.
Okay.
Okay. I put
Right,
the file there.
One of the files is in the cage, apparently.
How do I get across to it?
Good question.
No, Laura.
Not like that. Not like that.
Well, I put one of the files in a thing, in a slot. This is boiling water. See, this is what the other water should look like.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another file slot. And this is another one. Alright, so Lara kind of just put one in the first slot she came across, the first file. Just didn't really think about it. Do I have to go back up there to retrieve it? Can I pull that out? Or did she just know that it was the right one? Did she know it was the right fit before we did? Before we would have any way of knowing?
Take it down. Drop. Jump through. Doesn't say, like, the next step is to, like, put the file in something to get to the cage, so I don't think, like, moving it and putting it somewhere, taking it and putting it somewhere else wouldn't change anything. Also, you can't take it.
Yeah.
It just says, jump to the raised cage and part of it will fall out. And then,
Gotta get this
well, there's your
med
med kit.
It was taunting me from up there. I had to do it. Okay. Jump to the cage.
Says, take it, drop the ground, head back up the ladder. Some undead skeletons will be down the floor now. Jump to the raised cage, and a part of it will fall out.
Jump to the raised cage.
Alright. Let me...
What was that sound? Are there supposed to be
thought
like
you had a
piranhas
sound-
in here?
Alright. I'll read this entire paragraph.
Please do.
It starts at the first file. Pull the lever near the grating in the floor. Climb up the ladder to the right. Run to the left and take notice of a medkit on the ledge. Jump and grab to it. Take it, drop to the ground, and head back up the ladder. There are the undead skeletons on the ground. Jump to the raised cage, and a part of it will fall out. Then, when you pick up the file in the cage, jump out of the cage. Climb the cage's walls if you need to. But if you stay inside the cage, you will get dropped into the water.
There's no broken banisters. Oh, there is a ladder on that side of the room. I wonder if... Oh, it's pointless. It doesn't do anything. Unless I can jump from here to there, because that's the only... No, I don't think I do.
Alright, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to get in the cage, grab the file, and then you're going to stand on top of the cage as it gets slower down. I think that is the sequence of events.
This is all great. There's no way to get on that cage from here.
Right. I think there is.
Well, this is a...
You can't...
This is a standing jump.
Yeah, you can't do it from there. You can't do it like that. You did clear it before, though, when you came at it at an angle.
Yeah. There we go. That is such a bad solution, if that is the intended way to do it.
So, get down, grab the file, and then get back up. You can climb the cage walls from the inside.
Don't go diagonal, Laura. Uh-oh.
Had an eyeball there for a second.
Yeah, for a frame. There has to be, like... Okay, that's how it's supposed to be done. Except now it...
No, just...
Oh, right, I have to find the hatch.
Okay, wall immediately behind Lara. Then you're going
Laura, pick up the pace, Laura! Laura! I tried to climb up and just drop over the edge of it, but that was not the solution. I had to grab onto the side so I can climb up that way, and then... Fuck. Like, you think this holding L1 and pressing backwards would backstep every time, but no! This is down. Now it...
December is almost here. It's almost December. That means something to us.
Yeah.
Right now. Which we should probably clue people in on eventually.
Make them wait.
Okay, to the side. Climb up. Alright. No, you want to be in here.
Okay.
In fact, standing on the crate, standing on that is not going to kill you.
I have bad news.
You see that hole? You want to go in there.
Okay, that parses. I think it's gonna be one of those timed let go of X, tap X again.
Hey, we found out how to kill him.
Alright, now back out.
Okay. Back out. Back it up. What are just drop her hand on the...
No!
Oh my god.
Bye! Oh, Jesus. Just go
We're
down,
so-
Laura.
You're so close to the final boss.
Can I climb the rope?
No.
Laura? I don't think we can climb out because the ledges, because the edges there are... See? Oh, that worked. I don't know how
Yep,
she
sick.
had, like, the leverage to do that. Be no good for her.
You're so close. Put the files in. One more in that other room.
I'll tell you what, this final boss encounter with Eckhart has got to be, like, something special if this game wants to have any hope of making up for the past 15 hours. Give or take. Someone's taking a piss around here.
Is that skeleton attacking?
Probably. Oh, yep, sure enough.
You can jump in here now. Okay. The bomb's the thing. This.
The final Periat shard.
Yep.
Oxygen
And
mercifully
then-
not depleting at the moment.
Alright. When you go in that door, you're going to slide down, and there's going to be a door at the end. Save before you get in that door, because that is the final boss fight.
Alright.
Like, hard save before you get in that door.
Yes, yes. Juked him. Oh, I didn't realize there was going to be slide immediately.
Oh, that's fine. There's still another door. Okay. So before you go in
Okay.
there.
Alright, we're standing on the threshold here, the precipice. Steel
Almost
yourself,
over.
my friend. Alright. Stand here, I imagine. Yeah. When did she get her sunglasses?
And then he just fries her crisp and dies.
I have the power.
Still alive, Miss Croft. You are resilient, but over the decades I've killed more mortals like you than I can remember.
And stole their body parts like a cheap grave robber.
As I will now take yours.
To wake this thing, you are grotesque.
The Emperor from House of the Dead.
Why won't you listen to my commands?
So I guess it's up to me to stop you then.
I hunted down and killed the last of the Lux Veritatis. I am immortal. The shards.
Scary, huh? For you.
It is my destiny to breathe.
Oh shit!
You are nothing to me.
Do you know, it's gonna be a real pleasure to shut you up.
Alright, let me see if I can figure this boss fight out. This final boss fight.
Go for it.
Good
Oh.
start.
We shmupping now?
No firing sounds when I shoot my gun. Try with a different gun. There we go.
Okay. I'm wondering if that barrier is blocking your bullets, too.
Yeah, oh, it definitely is. I just wanted to make sure that the gun was functional. Alright, so those go through there. We cannot use the barriers to defend against the bullets. Oh, let me see something. Do we take damage?
Being on... Yes,
Yeah.
that will damage you.
I'll have a better quick save in a second. After... Sprint to it, even.
Yeah, there's no point in shooting him when he's behind the barriers.
Does he come out from behind the barrier at some point?
Yeah.
Why would he do that? Why would he not stand on the outset and continue to fire at me?
I'm reading the guide that describes like when he gets in there, and I don't understand why it happens. Maybe it'll make sense in context.
I'm trying to find what jump will work to avoid those.
Sideways jumping or ducking?
Yeah.
Apparently ducking sometimes works. Is the Nephilim just like right above us right now?
Yeah. I would presume so. Okay.
Okay, so avoid those. They come after you. I'm tempted to just tell you what's about to happen. Yep. Now shoot. And now
Why would he
drop
do
your-
that?
Right. You gotta... When he's stunned... When you stunned him that time, you have to run up to him and,
hit him with
use
the Periat
item
shard.
on- Yeah.
Let's heal.
But that's the entire fight. Do that 3 times. So yeah, when he makes the 3
Clones of himself.
Shadow Eckharts, they just like rush to the center and form him, and that's when you shoot him.
That doesn't seem like a very useful move for him. I don't know what he's accomplishing necessarily.
Also, don't let the summon things hit you or else you'll catch on fire like that.
Perish the thought.
I really hope it doesn't take that long to summon all 3 of those every time, because you have to
Do it 3
sit through
times
at least 9 summons. Yeah.
Does he already have some of the knives sticking out of him? Yeah, he has 2 of the knives sticking out of him already. 2 of the Periat shards.
Wait. Check your inventory. It's all the way at the bottom, of course.
Yeah, of course it is. 3.
You have... Okay, you still have 3. I don't know.
But those are absolutely, let's... Close look. Yeah, he's got, 2 knives sticking out of him.
Maybe it was easier to just render him with, the knives already in him, rather than, make a new model for each time a knife is put into him.
This is, the definition of tedium. Is waiting for this to play out.
If you stand right here, they won't hit you.
Yeah, no.
Because they're going to run to the center.
What a stupid attack.
No, you need to shoot him first.
Oh. Nope. Laura, take the gun out. Laura! So we accomplished nothing. In all of the attempts. Let's start from the top.
So I also like to go to Amazon.com sometimes.
Shut the fuck up.
You're right, I don't like going to Amazon. Like, everything's a fucking fake product now. Like, you try to buy anything and all the brand names are just a random collection of letters.
Yeah. Quinzenzel, the ultimate in home comforts. And all the products you could possibly need. They made my loofah and my headphones.
You can buy a official SanDisk, SD card. Is it going to be an actual SanDisk SD card?
Probably not.
It did come from the official SanDisk listing, but isn't it also like? Doesn't that problem also happen these days in like brick and mortar stores too? Like fake SanDisks.
Yeah,
like,
I've heard.
being on shelves?
I've heard tell of that. Where the supplier is ultimately scamming the retail outlets and therefore scamming the consumer. Okay. Wait for Eckhart to do his stupid thing. I have my gun ready.
Quickly shoot him and he will fall over. Run towards and Lara will stab him. Okay.
Quickly, Laura.
I'm fine.
Alright, we gotta heal up. But is it just that twice more?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. What a lame duck of a final boss. Which I guess is keeping in theme with the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Apparently the speedrun in this game is just like from the starting area of the game directly to here.
You know, an 80% speedrun technically can just be turning the game off.
That's true if you really think about it.
0 is a percentage.
Yeah, well. Alright, do the summon thing already. Just absolutely zero respect for players' time.
Yeah.
You almost gotta respect it, just like how little they gave a shit at this point.
I want to time something. Okay. I have my stopwatch going from the moment he started summoning the first of the 3 things. Bear in mind that if you were to fuck up, you'd have to wait until he got to this phase again to start doing this.
No, wrong one. Not that it matters, I guess, but...
Yeah.
Shoot, Laura! Shoot! Nope! Oh, I guess the kick worked just fine. Great.
Okay, so from the moment he starts summoning the first one to the moment where he's actually like able to be attacked is like 40 seconds.
Yeah!
40 seconds of like there's just nothing.
Count
to
how
do.
long his attack sequence is, too.
Yeah, I'll start.
Just count from here?
Yeah.
Until I can hit
counting
him.
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like in terms of boss design, like the moment that you as a player say, "Yeah, I get it," like that's one phase too many.
This is a true battle of wits, battle of endurance, battle of everything. All my metal. I thought it was summon time, but no, not yet.
Now the 2 daggers in him makes sense, by the way.
Oh yeah, then finally we caught up. You know, you probably shouldn't have, like, jumped the bullets to dodge them in a game where jumping is delayed. Is my
Now
thought.
he's going to start the summoning.
Yep.
I'm going to have a drink.
Yeah, I might as well drink too. I mean, we got nothing but time. We got like 20 more seconds. I could be looking at him doing his little animation, but I've decided I don't care.
Okay. So, the whole thing, until you can actually attack him, is 1 minute and 50 seconds. Cass,
Yes.
congratulations.
It's not over till I see those credits roll.
I'm looking at the guide right now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You beat phase 1.
Corel?
I should have known. Wait, who's this guy?
Corel. You know Corel.
Knew you'd find the 3rd shard.
But why? You worked for him.
No, unknowingly he worked for me. But his usefulness was ended.
Will you destroy his work?
Of course not. The great work will be finished. I'm offering you the chance to become part of a benign new order in the world.
You are kidding, right?
We Nephilim have only ever been trying to survive.
Blech.
Too many people have died for me
You
to
got
trust
something in your
you,
face.
including a good friend, Von Croy.
He was an unfortunate victim of history, Lara. Eckhart was stupid to have killed him. I've helped you all along, both here and in Paris. You can trust me, Lara Croft.
I'm tracking 5 obscura paintings for a client called Eckhart, but he's a psychopath.
Why should I care?
Because I'm being stalked. People are dying out there.
Handle it, Werner.
Lara, please. Look, go and see this woman, Kavier. She can help.
I'm going. Egypt, Werner.
Didn't we already see the flashback version of this where it shows who actually committed the murder?
Get out! Get out of the way!
Well, see, this is fake. And we're gonna see the truth.
Von Croy, you located the painting for me. Why have you not delivered it?
I daren't collect it. It's too dangerous. But she'll be able to. No!
Your usefulness is finished.
Okay. So what's new about...
God, why was he so wet? Jeez, that's weird.
There's like a little extra dialogue, and that was basically it. Oh, no, there we go. Okay.
There we are.
Humans break so easily.
You see the truth.
The
The
Lara's
evidence
eyes
was
were
there the whole.
closed.
The evidence was there the whole time.
You killed Von Croy.
Stupid mortal. So be it.
Alright, see you later. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Okay.
Notebook.
What is that texture? That is the texture for his, like, outfit? Hold on.
That's his hand.
What's it gonna look like in our inventory? Eckhart's glove. Glove of immeasurable power in the right hands.
Wait. Damn it. I wanted to see what hand that glove was actually went to. It's a...
Left-handed glove.
No, it's a right-handed glove.
No, you're right. Yep.
All
Wait, hold on, I still have Periat shards. 2 of them.
Huh. He can keep the third.
Yeah, sure. Alright, so what am I doing here? What are we doing here?
Alright. You want me to just tell you? Because this is entirely a puzzle fight.
Hate to hear that.
Yep, guns aren't going to work.
Okay. Look around. Nothing here.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, I saw it just out the corner of my eye. Alright, we
Well, now what?
definitely did a thing.
Oh, there's a ladder there now. I feel like he could be a little bit more active in trying to stop you from doing whatever it is you're doing.
Alright, let her cook. I want to see where she goes with this. Okay.
Okay, so
Are we
the
gonna
guy
fall
says
off
to
the
avoid
ladder?
that.
No. Okay, good. What a climactic encounter.
Here's that soundtrack you were missing this whole time, by the way.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Nope. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Another ladder.
Yep. I think that's the top floor you're going up to.
So Eckhart was just a pawn all along. This is the real guy, the guy who we've never been introduced to.
Carol is a Nephilim. Eckhart was a pawn.
Again, super cool that we had no idea who this dude was at any point. That he's just being dropped on us in the last minute.
There was a cutscene. There was a cutscene where he was present earlier in the game.
Was there? When?
Yeah, it was one of the.
I quick save.
It was one of the things where they showed Eckhart for the first time, and he was like being all villainous with all his villains in his room, and Karal was like one of the guys in there.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
Jump at it.
Just jump at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can see Laura falling. Yeah.
Totally missed.
Good thing Laura knew to do that.
Enjoy the sick ankle tattoo.
Good sound effects.
As you would expect to happen. Yes, congratulations.
It's not over.
On
Let's
beating
see
phase
the credits. Shut up.
I mean, you did beat phase 2.
Gotta find Curtis. Can't leave without our buddy Curtis.
I know he's out there somewhere. in a successful sequel. I just have to believe.
Don't tell me this is where it ends.
Cass, hit that button. You deserve it.
Whew. Charkie. That was a rough one.
Yeah.
Where to even start with this?
Yeah. You know what? Some of your thoughts. Let's hear it.
I think I can. I think I'm going to center this around one word. There's going to be one word that I keep coming back to, and that word is unintuitive. That is the mission statement of this game. Not the intended mission statement. I'll come back around to it. But, yeah, it's just everything about this is as unintuitive as is possibly imaginable. From the controls, to the puzzle solving, to the combat solutions, just every aspect of this. Whatever, like, you would expect a player, like, when developers make games, they're making it with players in mind, usually, right? They're saying, like, here's how we assume a player will approach a given situation. And, you know, so we can have our ideas in our heads about how something should be solved, but if we're not giving the player, like, the information and the context they need to solve these things, then how are they supposed to think like us? Right? We can't expect a player to think the way we think as game developers. So you need to, like, have context. You need to have hints. You need to have, like, Lara saying, like, you know, do this and this, or I noticed this. And that's just the stuff that is, like, so dreadfully absent from, like, so much of this game. Important controls, puzzles that you need to progress by using very specific controls that are not explained to you in the game. And maybe they are in the manual to some extent. But again, you're not unlocking half this shit till halfway through the game. We couldn't sprint until halfway through the game. And then it becomes this super important thing at a certain point for this last half.
While you're not wrong, I think also, like, the specter of this, how this game was developed is, like, looming over, like, the publisher situation, like, and you understand that.
Yes, of course I do. But I'm saying that what I'm saying is that there are fundamental issues with this that must have existed at a point before the publisher interference and having to cut the game down to size came into play. There's, like, fundamentals of control, of combat, that, yes, they could have had time to iron out if they had time to playtest or what have you.
But I think also, like, from what I heard, like, they had to completely scrap, like, the original thing of the game. Like, they were starting from scratch, like, at least once. And, like, yeah, I mean, this game is not well designed. Like, and I think it's...
here's the problem.
Maybe...
So here's the thing, though. My thing is that at a certain point, if you're having to cut all this stuff down to size, you don't have the time to finish it, to, like, stitch it together in a way that makes sense, to fill in the gaps, don't release the fucking game! Because the state this is in is so egregious. It's missing... It's like Swiss cheese. Like, there's so many holes in this, and there's so many of them are so essential. Like, this narrative doesn't make a lick of damn sense. The progression through the game doesn't make a lick of damn sense. The controls don't make a lick of damn sense. Everything about this from top to bottom, at a certain point, they cut so much that what's even left here? You know, what's crazy is that, like, this took us 15 hours to get through, right?
Yeah.
Let's pretend I didn't suck. That's like 10 hours, right? If we got rid of all, like, me falling to my death a million times. Maybe 8 hours. Let's be generous and say 10. And yet, somehow, within that 10 hours, even if you can master the controls, whatever, I'll let this cutscene play, who cares? Like, even with that, this game also feels ridiculously short because of how much stuff got cut out of it. Right? Like...
Yeah, while I was saying those things about, like, you know, all of the complaints you have are absolutely correct. That I think, you know, and I was saying, and of course you know, of how fucking, like, just much of a nightmare the development of this was, and, like, publisher interfering, and, like, just kind of how directionless the development team was, apparently. But on top of all that, yeah, the end result of this is probably not something that should have released. If they couldn't be afforded enough time, or I guess time is really the idea, because like eventually, if they plucked away at it for long enough, they could have possibly gotten a good game. Eventually, if they had enough time and money, but they didn't. And like, this is maybe a game that maybe shouldn't have come out.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, admitting that, accepting that, you can also accept that the publisher is just like, well, it's close enough, you're putting this out.
Yeah.
But whatever finishing touches you need to make this a functional product, so we can submit it for cert and at least get like the most minimum pass. We don't care if it's going to bomb, but we've invested so much money into this that it needs to come out.
It's obviously going to come out because they need money and they need some sort of return on the money they sunk into it. But from the point of view of like being a product that is fun to play, no, this was not. This does not seem like it was it.
But what's so baffling to me is just like, again, I hate to keep coming back to it because I hate to be the one to say you're wrong for enjoying a game. That's entirely like my reason to try is to be the antithesis of that. But I've just never been confronted with a game where I cannot understand how anyone could like look at this and be like, no, this is good. This is actually the favorite one. This is actually the best one. And I just have to wonder where that comes from, where that sentiment comes from. Like, when the last time these people played this game was. And, the answer is probably when they were 13 years old and it came out, and they had been excited for it for years. They had been in development for however long. They'd seen previews. They had no choice but for this game to be good and to live up to their expectations. Otherwise, it would have crushed them. Like, that's what the situation is. That's why there's defenders of this game, is because people have this rose-tinted, nostalgia glasses for a game that is clearly not functional, but they couldn't accept that at the time. And so whatever, like, memories they have of this game, like, whatever distorted memories where they fill in the gaps or conveniently forget that the controls don't work and that half the puzzles are unsolvable and it's all this shit, like, I would beg these people, I would urge them, play the game again. Like, if you're the sort of person who makes a video defending this game, play it, please. Get fresh gameplay footage for it, and just tell me how those controls taste. Tell me how that level design, like with the benefit of like not remembering all like the solutions to the puzzle you read in the strategy guide, because that's the only way you can figure out half this shit. Like, get through this game. I dare you. I double dog dare you, because it will not come as easily as you like to think. I can't imagine a world in which people like are defending this game on the merits of its gameplay. And to be fair, that's something I haven't seen at all. Everyone who defends this game never mentions the gameplay. And again, I know this is the point I'm beating like a dead horse, but like, there's something screwy here. There is something like really like deep-seated and psychologically wrong. Not with the people, but like this, like there's like some sort of like compulsion to defend this that I would understand with any other game. Like I love a Ride to Hell Retribution. I love a Drake of the 99 Dragons. I'm not, opposed to defending being the contrarian view, but having like legitimate things to highlight in those games. And at the same time, this is like, is this the worst game I've ever played? Of course not. It has production value. It is beatable. It controls to an extent. Like, I think I made this point in one of the previous episodes where it was like, I on a better day, removed from this, like once I finish this, once we're done with the stream, and I sit on it, I meditate on it for like a week or two, I'll look back at this and be like, I can see how someone gives like a 4 or 5 out of 10. I can see how someone might click with like some like very specific element of the plot or the narrative or whatever, and like maybe have like some like emotional response to it that like skews your view to be like, oh, I'm gonna give this game a little bit more benefit of the doubt. But
Curtis.
There you go. But like, so it's not like a 1 out of 10. It feels like a 1 out of 10. It feels like a 0 out of 10. It feels like a negative score while I'm playing it, which should really be like the actually thing that's actually indicative of how I feel about it. Because if I'm not enjoying it in the moment, then it's just like, but I don't know. I feel like I'm meandering at this point. But again, to come back to the key word here, unintuitive, I think the big tester here is to put this game in the hands of someone who hasn't played a Tomb Raider game before. And I think that all games should have some degree of accessibility, even if they're part of a long-running franchise. You can never account for people who are joining a franchise 7 or 8 installments in, because they've heard so much positive press about it, because they've seen Lara Croft on ads. Maybe they didn't have a PS1. Maybe the PS2 is their first console. And for this to be their entry point into this franchise, it would destroy any chance of them giving any of the other games a shot. Am I right? Like, if this was your first Tomb Raider, you'd swear off this franchise forever.
It almost destroyed the Tomb Raider franchise.
Yeah. It's such a curious case. Like, the story behind it's fascinating. The end product is fascinating in some of the, like, all the wrong ways. I'm not at a loss for words like I was at the end of the last episode. But
no, I think you're clearly not at a loss for words.
But I'm at a loss for a conclusion. I'm at a loss as to how I feel about this beyond just, like, frustrated. On behalf of the developers, on behalf of me having to have played this, but please.
Let me ask you something about how you feel now that you've finished this game. Do your arms feel stronger?
I feel weaker than I've ever felt in my life. I feel more inadequate than I've...
Well, when we're done, go turn some valves and, like, pull a lever or something. You'll be there.
Yeah, I'll just do some household chores and I'll be buff again by the end of it. Alright, I don't want to keep watching this looping cutscene anymore. Let's close out of that.
Alright.
But I do want to ask you, like, what are your thoughts on it from what you saw? Obviously not having played it, but... But having been here for the whole ride. Being here every step of the way on this horrible, horrible journey that we've just concluded, finally.
Oh god, how can I phrase this?
Does it look like a game you'd want to play? If, like, it was functional...
No, it was a game I barely wanted to watch, to be honest. Folks, thank you for watching, though. Thank you for sitting through these. I don't know why you did that.
Yeah, to all of you who sat through all these episodes, you endured with us, and it doesn't make up for playing the game for yourself. You know, I think, like, there's certain aspects of it that really need to be played to be believed. Like, I can only screw up a jump so many times, and that can only convey so much to the point that the controls are busted until you feel what it is to try and make a jump that the game demands that you make in a very particular way, and just not having the tools to do that.
I will say there's definitely been a lot of times where I've seen you play a game, and my reaction to, like, seeing how bad it plays is for me to think, like, I gotta play this.
Yeah.
I gotta see this myself. This one, it's like, nah, I'm good.
It's so close.
I don't think I need to play this one.
It's so close to being boring bad on my scale, because parts of this are some parts of this are just a slog, but then something like, there'll be like a really broken level, or just like something that like you keep triggering that's like mildly amusing, and that pulls it like just barely out of boring bad into like the A category, which is what, like, ambitiously bad. There was ambition here. There was intention behind a lot of design. A lot of it didn't come to fruition. A lot of it doesn't materialize in the final product. The stat building being like the chief among them. Obviously the conversation trees, the open world stuff. There's so many things you can point to that are just so barely there that they might as well have been stripped out entirely at a certain point.
Yeah, the ending really felt like they had all of these assets and things planned, and they had nothing. They didn't have enough time to, like, make context or anything, so it was just like it felt like random Tomb Raider levels stitched together, and like, yeah, from commenter's point of view, like, it's almost like it felt like there was nothing to riff on at that point.
No, that's another big thing, is that, like, you know, I can measure my enjoyment of a game by, like, you know, if I'm able to be, like, in a good mood, if I'm able to, like, find things to comment on that are, like, of interest, like, from a design standpoint, but, like, you know, all the design points I had, like, you know, anything I would have pointed out would just be like, this is frustrating, or like, this is like such an obvious fix here, or like, this is obviously where something got cut, and that gets repetitive after a while. A legendarily bad game, a superior bad game, like, will consistently find ways to amaze you with how bad it is. It's the same thing with bad movies. A good bad movie will constantly surprise you. A good bad game will constantly surprise you. This game didn't surprise me. It was, like, at a certain point, I just knew, like, okay, I see this jumping puzzle, I know it's gonna break, and it may break in a unique way, or the input I need to do may be, like, something new, but ultimately, it's still the same experience of falling in a hole a dozen times, trying to game out the very specific way the developers envisioned every player would approach this puzzle, which is just not the case. It's never the case. You can't always assume that every player will land on the same solution. You can't assume that every player will know, like, to differentiate this one texture from another that is, like, slightly different, to know it's a climbable wall. You know, you have to have some sort of, like, helping hand, and they just did not have the time to implement that. They did not have the time to make it a fully featured game.
A lot of it really seemed like agony. just like in terms of like how tight some of the timing was on some things, and how much of that tightness was basically around trying to get the controls to work in your favor. Like, it seemed frustrating, and that's just
and you saw me lose my temper a couple times. I'm not too proud to admit that. Like, I don't usually get mad at games, I like to think, but like there were times in this where I was like, this is so fucking frustrating. If it was not being played for stream, I would have quit. I was going to be like, I'm putting this down. I don't have the benefit of that when I'm doing the stream. So, that's where that comes from, is that, the mounting frustration that I can't, like, do my usual mechanism of just, like, taking a break from it. But I did think at a completely different point. Just this one more thing I want to address here, is that this is supposed to be the dark, edgy lore. This is supposed to be exploration of her character that had not been pursued in the games previous. That's another point that people keep coming back to, is that this is a new perspective. You'll see Laura in a new light. She is completely irredeemable in this game. She's a bully. She lets her friends die. She lets everyone who helps her die. I don't know what, like, I heard someone say that the Angel of Darkness is like a double entendre. It's like double meaning, man, because it's Laura confronting her own darkness. It's her coming to terms with the fact that, like, blah, 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 that she participates in the darkness around her. And there's just, where does that come from? What is the basis for that opinion? She's dark in the sense that she's like a cold psychopath throughout the whole game. But, like, she doesn't, like, reflect on that in any capacity. She doesn't acknowledge that she needs to better herself. She's never at risk of becoming the thing that she's fighting against. She doesn't buy into, like, the offer by the Nephilim at the end. She doesn't even entertain it for, like, a millisecond. So where is this growth? Where is this new lore I'm supposed to be seeing? It's not here. It's just not here.
There's, like, I didn't really see much... I don't think Lara, if I remember correctly, was ever anything more than kind of like just the, like, whatever, I shoot things and I get money for doing this kind of a character. Like the archaeological equivalent of a mercenary or whatever that is.
Yeah.
So, like, I never think of her as, like, not being a jerk. I guess maybe that changes in, the new trilogy.
You would hope
She's
so.
more vulnerable there. But, like, there wasn't... she didn't really have an arc in this game at all. It's, I'm going to avenge Von Croy. I did it.
And she kind of, like, doesn't even acknowledge or, like, reflect on it beyond, like, that flashback at the end where she remembers the death, but she doesn't say, like, this is for Werner. Or she doesn't forgive him for leaving her to die in that previous game. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no progression here. And the acting wasn't...
You have choices you can make, but it's just like, what level of cold do you want to be? Do you want to be cold or cold and also a jerk?
Yeah, so I could, like, pick apart every single positive thing I've heard about this game. The music that's barely there for half the game.
And why was that guy in the sewer melty?
We never got back to that. They really did just leave that hanging. They never explained, like, what he was afflicted by, and we never saw it again. Christ. Yeah, I don't know. This is, overall, it's like 2 out of 5.
I thought you were going to go higher than that. I thought you were going to say, it's 7 out of 10.
No. I mean, it's like, I want to give it, like, the 0 just because I hate it so much because I detest everything it stands for, but, and then the circumstances that led to it being in the shape that it's in when it released. I want to uninstall this. I never want to look at this again. That much I can tell you for sure.
You can look at the game, you can go like, I can understand you, but I can't forgive you.
Sure. So hey, Charkie.
Yeah.
When we're playing the DVD game, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, The Action Adventure, released 2006, which is a version of this game that is a DVD game that you play with a TV remote control. When we're playing that.
Was that one of your December plans?
Nope. There's also, like, audiobooks that accompany this.
Really? There's an audiobook version?
That's what I heard. I could be misremembering that. I could be thinking
Is
the
it an
Monk
audio-
audiobook.
Is it an audiobook of like a novelization, or is it an audiobook of the game?
I have no idea. You know what? Actually, you know what? That's completely wrong. I'm thinking of the Monk audiobook, because I've been rewatching Monk lately.
Oh.
Never mind. Cut that bit.
Tomb Raider, Monk, you know, same thing.
It's a jungle out there.
Like, Laura has a obsessive compulsion too, where she can't leave a ancient site without stealing all the
Without
artifacts.
plundering it, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that DVD game eventually, but not for a long while.
Okay.
Not
Wait
till
till
we
people
put some
forget
serious distance between us and this.
Yeah. Wait till people forget the plot, so they can't cheat.
Yeah, so it'll all be a surprise to us when we hop into that. Yeah, is there anything else we're missing? Any other points? I feel like we invested so much time in this that I want to have like a really tight conclusion on it. But it might be a thing that I need to You go.
We also invested so much time in it that I just wanted to escape.
I get that, and believe me, my finger is hovering over the stop stream button. But I guess what I want to say is,
well, I mean, first you got to raid before you stop stream. So
yeah. So before that, I want to say, like, eventually this is like a game that would be like a perfect Bad Game Hall of Fame like article candidate at some point when I get back to writing. Like, I feel like I need to like sit down. Like, the thing I'm learning is that like I can like come up with like the criticisms on the fly and like talk about design, but like it's hard to come to a conclusion on a game when I'm just like throwing words around, when I'm just rambling. I feel like this is like the sort of thing that would warrant me like really sitting down with a piece of paper and like really like organizing my thoughts to have like a final opinion. So 5 years from now,
I feel like it would be like surviving a plane crash, and the moment you crawl out, some guy walks over and says, "So what was that like?"
Yeah, pretty much. So I'll come back at some point with my thoughts on this. But for now, Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness is done. The stream is safe again. We can move on to bigger and better things, new games, new Patreon votes, new picks from us too. Theme night tomorrow.
Sure.
I think we'll be fine. I think we'll recuperate enough by then to put together a fun show for tomorrow. But again, thank you to those of you who stuck with us. I know it's hard to stick through 5 episodes, 3 hours apiece of a long play, especially like on stream. Especially as it doesn't pick up any new viewers. You only lose viewers over the course of something like this. So it was a good experiment in that sense to do 5 episodes of something and to see what the numbers look like. And it's not the worst. We'll do more games that are this long, if not longer, in the future. Hopefully they'll be more compelling, they'll be less tedious, less frustrating, there'll be more to say about them and more to do within them. But that's a thought for another night. Thank you, Charkie, again for sticking with me. Thank you, audience, for sticking with us. Thank you, everybody. The Bad Game Hall of Fame will continue. Let's see who is streaming currently. Drunk Zone, they appear to be playing Battle Monsters. So that seems like a good pick to me.
Oh, the Saturn game?
Yeah, so Melly,
Ooh.
This one's for you. Bye!
Night, everybody.